Alright guys, so I ended up figuring out how to get the live cell editing to work. What I did is I saved the file, I shut it down, I closed it, reopened it, and then all of a sudden started working. What I'm talking about is doing control up and down to edit the cell that it's data logging in. So that you could be driving and basically just watch the AFR and have your focus. You can just have your fingers on the control up and down and just drive, watch the gauge, and just go up and down as you're driving without having to actually click and having to edit the cells, because that's a big pain in the ass. So on my drive home, this is what I came up with. I think I did a pretty good job at populating a good block of cells. As you can see, under low load, it was pretty crazy, pretty all over the place, but for the most part it was in an area to keep it alive. But once I got past a certain load, it just basically maxed it out all the way lean. I guess 16.63 is the leanest it goes. I'm sure you should be able to adjust like how, like the range it reads. Let me see. Tuning login. A4 range 22. That's weird. So it should have gone later than that, because the AFR gauge does go later than 16. Oh my god. Did I just clear all the data logging I just did? Please let there be a way to undo that. Undo. Oh my god. I'm about to lose my fucking mind. Fuck. Alright, so yesterday was a pretty big fail. I basically data logged all the way home just to accidentally clear out all the data logging I had done. But I'm going to start from scratch. I'm going to do it again. I'm on my lunch break today here at work. I'm going to drive around a bit and just mess around with the auto adjust feature. I'm just going to keep driving, and auto adjust is Control J. And to find the shortcuts in here, how did I find that? Auto adjust. Somewhere in here, auto adjust selection, Control J. There it is. So under edit, you can it gives you the shortcut keys: Control up, Control down, Control J to auto adjust. So I'm gonna drive around, let it populate, and just keep auto adjusting, and see how good I can get it to sync up to the target AFRs. So before I officially hit the road, I'm gonna drive around this parking lot real quick. Let me hit second gear and start getting some recordings. All right, I'm in second gear. That's weird. It should be recording right now, but it's not. Sometimes it's a little fishy when you select what gear you want it to data log in. So I'm gonna go ahead and select first gear as well. Tuner. Alright, let's try this. I also selected first gear. There we go, we're getting recordings. Super lean recordings, but we're getting them. I'm just gonna kind of drive around like low speed around this parking lot. Get some readings in there, populate some cells. Alright, okay, so I got some quick cells populated. I'm gonna auto adjust. Let's see here. That's weird. 9%. Usually it doesn't say like a specific percentage when it auto adjusts the entire map. Let's clear it and see if that auto adjust actually did anything at all. It's already driving a lot better. It's still lean and rich in some spots, but I'm just gonna fill up as much cells as I can, auto adjust it, and then probably smooth out the map. And honestly, it's gonna take doing this a couple times, you know, a couple trips, quite a few miles. You know, you can't really nail this down in one little drive, because it's hard to populate all the cells and all the loads. Like, it's gonna be all the RPMs and all the loads, if that makes sense. Like, you know, you could be at 2,000 RPM at low load or high load, and you gotta kind of just drive in every condition you can possibly drive in to get the tune, like, you know, as accurate as possible. But already I'm able to drive it. You know, it's got more power, because before, when I was driving it, it was maxed out lean, and now I'm sitting at like 13, which is a hell of a lot better than what it was. So it's just gonna take, you know, like I said, driving, auto adjusting back and forth to get it as close as possible to the target AFR. All right, I did quite a bit of driving. Probably, I don't know, put like 5 miles on there. I'm not even sure what cells I did populate. Let me see real quick. I was actually able to get on it quite a bit, because the AFR was actually pretty good. It was like in the 12s. Yeah, like down here, that's me basically getting on it. 5,000-6,000 RPMs. Yeah, it was in the 12s, so I just stayed in it. But I do have some lean spots right here. That's like low RPM. Like, that's pretty high load right there, low RPM. So I need a... Okay, so when I auto adjust, I guess I'm gonna be focusing on that. Let's go over to the tables and show you what it does. Hopefully we should see a lot of cells change right now when I control J and just enter. No, I didn't see it. I didn't see the cells adjust. Alright, so this video is kind of all over the place, and I apologize for that, but I'm literally learning this software as I'm going. So this is the result of me driving home. As you can see, it's not really super lean like it was before. Like, the whole map was basically red. It was so lean. It's getting closer, and this is just from driving it and auto adjusting. But the one thing I can't figure out is how to auto adjust the entire map that's been populated. I have to go in here and select an individual cell, like right here, for example. It's pretty lean. Well, first of all, you gotta stop data logging, and then to auto adjust the cell, you know, you control J, of course, and like right here, it'll add 10% to that cell. But what I want to do, like on Chrome, you're able to auto adjust the entire data log, and that makes it a lot easier. If you know how to do that, if you know how to adjust the entire thing and not just individual cells, please let me know, because that would make this a whole lot easier. And not only that, but on Chrome, it's got this feature where it auto adjusts live on the fly as you're driving, and I can't seem to find that feature on HTS. So yeah, I've got a couple little lean cells, and it's a little rich in some spots. It's a little bit all over the place, you know. It's an ongoing process that's going to take multiple trips and driving it quite a bit to really get it, you know, dialed in. But for sure, okay. And when you do auto adjust a cell, it'll kind of delete that cell. Like right here, it's going to add 4%. Oh, that was kind of weird. A lot of cells seem to like they flickered. So you can, this is all I've been doing, is picking out like the cells that are like drastically different or off of what they're supposed to be, and you just auto adjust them. Like, all these are pretty lean, and even if you like highlight multiple cells and you try to auto adjust, it'll add 4% to all the ones you highlighted, and that's not necessarily the best thing you want to do. Like, you know, this one's a little rich, this one's lean. 4% isn't going to be the best for both of these cells. Yeah, basically, I just really want to know how to auto adjust the entire map. That's weird. 0%. What's that supposed to be? Oh, 13.23. Okay, that makes sense. Wow, so all these are supposed to be 13. Yeah, it's pretty far off. This is really rich. I don't know what's going on here. So yeah, this is basically what I gotta do. I gotta auto adjust individual cells. A little annoying, but I'm sure it's just user error or ignorance of not knowing how to adjust the entire map. Right here it'll tell you, I guess this is another way to adjust. It'll tell you like how the cells that are most, you know, off from the target AFR. You can go in here and do that and select the ones that are super off. Like all the yellow ones are pretty bad. All right, so I've been driving this car now for a couple days, and every chance I get, I data log my AFRs and compare them to the target AFR. And what I've learned is that this preset AFR map is not ideal for gas mileage at all. With this AFR base map, I have burned up about half a tank of gas, 75 miles with half a tank. I am just burning through fuel with this AFR target. And the reason for that is it spends the majority of time getting up to speed in this area here. Like, this isn't even boost yet. Like, I'll be seen in like high gear, you know, if I'm like in third gear, lower RPM, just trying to get up to speed at like quarter throttle. It'll spend most of its life in 13 and 11. It even goes through 11. And before, with my base map, or not my base map, but my tune on Chrome, for the most part I had it in the 14s until I really got up in the higher RPMs and more load and more into boost. Then it went to 12s and, you know, high 11s. But I just feel like this transition to more fuel is way too soon. So I'm actually going to set like this entire area here, like honestly probably below 4,000 RPM in the low cam. I'm going to make this 14.7 as well. And then right here, just about when it's, you know, this is like heavy load, but again, boost doesn't start till here. So right before boost, I might even bring this up to like 12.5, up to about 3 pounds, and then 3 pounds onward, 11.76 is cool. So this is my new target AFR map. I've extended the 14.7 AFR up to 7 inches of vacuum. Then once I get to 4 and 2 inches of vacuum, it's at 14. And basically this is like, you can imagine wide open throttle, naturally aspirated if it wasn't boosted. I just have it at 13 because that's a good AFR out of boost. And then even into low boost, I leaned it up a bit. It's at 2, 3, and 4 PSI. It's at 12 AFR. And then from basically 5 PSI onward, it's 11.76. Just to kind of somewhat have a transition, you know, into the 14.7, 11.76. That's not such a hardcore transition. It's 14.7, 14, 13, 12, 11.76. So basically, cruising, you go as high as here, honestly. Like, you know, like I said, third, fourth gear, lower PM, just part throttle, trying to get up to speed. It goes way up into these cells. It'll populate all these. So yeah, that wasn't cutting it. I'm burning through gas like crazy with the stock AFR target. So yeah, I'll do some driving and see how this does. Alright, so I just got home and this is what I've come up with. Basically everything in the green means you're really close to the target AFR, and of course all this is really far off. This is the area that is basically causing the issue with gas mileage. This is where it was just really rich. So with my new target, it's wanting me to take away a whole bunch of fuel. And you know, let's see when it turns green, what percentage exactly. About 7%, 6% for sure. So if you're within 6% of the target AFR, I guess you're doing pretty good. And again, if you know how to auto adjust the entire map, let me know, because what I've got to do is pick out the cells, control J it. That's not even, it's got to be like a certain percentage off to even auto adjust. Oh, you know what, you can't do it while you're data logging. I forgot about that. You've got to actually disconnect, and then you can come in here, control J it, and then it'll give you the percentage. That's right. So yeah, if you know how to do the entire map, let me know, because that'll make this a whole lot easier, instead of just picking out the cells that are, you know, the biggest difference and adjusting those one cell at a time. But you know what, I think that's gonna be it for this video. In my next couple of videos, I'll go through the features and play with the two-step and going ignition cut over fuel cut. I actually did that today, and I swear it's gotta be throwing flames out the back. I just haven't recorded it yet. It sounds insane. But yeah, hopefully that'll be my next video. But if you like this one and you want to see more Honda Tuning Suite content, just comment below and let me know. But anyways, thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next one.